Hey guys, I'm Leon and welcome back to another video, and today this is actually the last video in 2016, so that's great. I hope you had a great 2016 because I know I sure had, and I thought what better time to do this now than that was weird. Anyway, I thought I could go a little bit through my top 5 moments as well through this video, and yeah, get ready for 2017 basically with this brand new speed build, which by the time I'm recording this does not have a name yet, so it's something to look into later on. But by the time you're seeing this video, it probably already has a name. If it doesn't, that means it's not on the gallery. So yeah, basically. So this is a 30, it's on a lot 30 by 20, and it almost costs 100k, so I think it's 90k, 91k if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around that. So it's a pretty expensive house, but it also does go with the industrial design sort of ish. The reason why I'm saying sort of ish is because inside of it is pretty industrial, but the outside looks more like a cabin, because it's covered by wood and some stone as highlights or accents, if you will. So that's pretty nice. Now, one of the things that I didn't do before, and that's by adding a one-sided roof. It's a, not sure how, I don't know roof names, so roof types rather, so don't judge me on that. But one thing that I did is the height of the walls are the medium size. And what I did is I added windows that were meant for a high walls, or the third size. And one really nice thing about it is it does clip through onto the roof part of the wall, and it makes a really cool effect. I saw this on Pinterest. I was like, that's it, we're building this. That's it, that's just what I need to build. And that's what happened at the end, basically. So you'll see as we go along in the video. Currently here I'm trying to figure out how to do this part here with the roof, trying to see how can I connect this to make it work. But then at the end I decided not to, because it actually doesn't look good at all. Now also a cool thing about this house is its main floor, which has the bathroom, not the bathroom, well yeah, sure, but which has the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen, is on the second floor rather than on the first floor. So this is something I switched up a bit. As you can see here, I'm adding a wall, the windows, and you'll notice that they do clip through, but they do not let the light. They get clipped through the wall, and the wall's still there. So I will also add in walls on that second wall there, so it acts like trying to like obfuscate it, if you will, trying to hide it, make it look like it's a part of, it's one whole window, and there are no problems basically, and it looks really nice. And I especially think that this house would fit in Granite Falls beautifully in the middle of the woods. But I do not have outdoor retreat, so it's kind of impossible for me to do it. But if you do have outdoor retreat, definitely try it there, because I think this would look really, really freaking sweet. And now here I'm just adjusting the height of the windows, and also you'll notice that by default, if you don't have a floor that's like on the third size, it will not let you pick those windows, which is, I don't know, it's kind of like, why? I don't know, it just like feels like it should let you do that, but it doesn't. So what I did is I put the ground floor, as you can see, I put the ground floor as the tallest as it can get, basically. And then I put the windows, and then I switch it back because the game is stupid to realize that I added these windows, and I got a trick around it. And it just, windows stay there. But if you do not have a third sized floor, it's not gonna let you do it. So it's kind of a way around it. Make just a random floor which has the third size, and then it'll let you put these windows. I just don't get why that's a thing. Also here at the exterior, I went with the very intensive orange, or not very intensive, but more orange than like the calm, a nice soft and calm brown. which is something I normally go with if I do wood outside. So you'll see here that it's pretty orange outside. Trying to add a little bit more color around the house. There will also be rock or brick. I think, no, it's actually rock accents that I put at these columns, which act as like an accent, you know, just to add a little bit more detail to the structure, so it's not all like one flat thing. So that was pretty interesting. And yeah, this basically is it about the house. Oh, it has 2 bedrooms, of course, which is at the bottom. And now the master bedroom, I really love it. I think I'm gonna talk about it when we get to it. I don't want to spoil anything, so let's just keep it on the down low for right now. We're gonna talk about it when the time comes, which is in about a couple of minutes actually, so it's not that far off, or far away rather. So yeah, New Year's coming up. It's pretty great. By the time you're watching this, it's probably New Year, or if you're watching this the minute it came out, then it might not be New Year yet, so you might be in luck. You might still be watching this in 2016. For those who are, thank you very much. I had an amazing 2016. There was, by far, this was the best year I had. Not because of things that I had done personally, but also because of YouTube. My channel grew a lot this year, and I think it was really, really sweet. If I had to mark a top moment, it would probably have to be, though I'm not quite sure, either I think the top moment would have to be 48 and 48. This was the biggest series I will probably ever do. Some of you might not consider that as like something really big, but considering that you had to build an apartment that looked complete, you had to make it look completely different from the previous one each day, with the exact same layout basically, with the exact same amount of room. It was quite challenging. Plus, the game didn't have a lot of content back in those days, so it was actually quite challenging to make 48 of them in like each day one, like make one each day. So it was quite challenging, but I actually did it. I didn't think I'm gonna make it through all 48 days, but I actually did. So that was really nice. Though there were some hiccups, I will admit that there were 3 days, I think, that did not have, like in total, that I did make a video on time. So instead I had two videos next day. So that was even worse, because I had to build 2 apartments next day. I was like, oh god. So yeah, but it was really nice. Simproof built the eco complex, which was huge, and it wasn't furnished. So I was like, you know what? I was practicing furnishing a bit back in the day, and I was like, you know what? This would be a perfect way to practice furnishing. You have like limited amount of space, and you just have to furnish it all. In 48 days, I was like, let's make this a little bit more challenging, and let's do it in 48 days. It has 48 apartments. Let's make one every day. So that's where the name came from, 48 in 48. That was really nice, and Simproof, or Fry rather, she was also like amazed by this, so I'm quite happy that she liked all of this. And later on, she also did a showcase. I was on the live stream with her. I was the guest on the live stream, so that was also a very, very big moment this year, and I think it was really, really sweet. We basically went through all 48 apartments, and it was kind of that part where I was like kind of shy. I was both shy and I don't know. It was a weird like emotion, I guess. It was a weird feeling because like I had to say something for like each apartment, but I was like, what do I say? Like I have nothing to say. I barely made an intro, so that was great. But yeah. 48 and 48 and the Eco Complex Showcase were probably the live stream that Simproof did, were probably the best moments in 2016. Also, not to mention, one of the bigger moments also were hitting over 100,000 views on the channel, so that was also pretty decent, because like views, when you count them, you can get like, I'm not saying like you can get pretty quickly to like 100,000, but it was the first number that exceeded over 100,000, so it was pretty big for my channel and for me. So I think it turned out pretty good. Now we're gonna jump into this build a bit more, and then I'm gonna talk about New Year resolutions and stuff. So one thing that I really love about this master bedroom is it's actually a renovated garage. So as you can see, this wall here acts, you can probably see that quite good. It's a wall which looks like a door to a garage, but it's renovated from the inside. You have the mirror there, and you have the wardrobe, the closet, and it just looks pretty good. I think it turned out well. This is something I didn't do before. Actually left some pieces, so it looks like it's a renovated garage, and there's still some pieces of it left. I was like, that's pretty cool. Let's add that in. And I added a random baseball thing there in the corner. So I don't know. I just decided to chuck that in. So I was like, why not? So here, this is a seating area. I didn't put too much effort in this. I just wanted something special in this little corner. I wanted to put a bar, but I already saw it's not gonna fit, so I decided to not to do it. Moving on. So yeah, this is basically the master bedroom. I think it looks pretty good. It's a renovated garage, which is something unusual for a master bedroom. I would get it if it's like a normal bedroom. I guess like that's something you renovated, and I was like, yeah, let's decide to put a bedroom here. But for a master bedroom, the main bedroom, it's kind of different. Also, it doesn't have an ensuite, so that's a plus or a minus, depends on if you like it or not. And that's basically all I have to say about this room. This bedroom. So let's move on to the New Year resolution. So like I said before, I'm gonna start off 2017 strong with YouTube, definitely. Because I have the brand new design getting ready. I'm actually finishing it up. It's not done yet. It's like a couple of days until New Year, and it's not done yet. Yeah, it's basically something that I have to finish in like a day or two, let me just check. When should the okay, so apparently the next video should come out on 7th of January. So I have like about just a little bit above the 1 week to finish the design. So I'm really happy. It's the biggest change to the channel that will ever come, probably. Or had ever come in the past 2 years. So that's gonna be really sweet. There's not gonna be a video on 1st of December, 1st of January, sorry, because you get one on 31st, basically. On 31st of December 2016. So a video right the next day sounds kind of unusual for my channel, because God knows that I'm good at uploading videos very, very often, so that's not gonna happen. But yeah, you will get it on 7th of January, hopefully with a brand new build and a brand new design as well. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's gonna be big, and also, a little hint, 1080p videos. That's gonna be a big thing as well, so I'll finally start shooting videos in 1080p. So that's gonna be really, really fun. So higher quality. And I was also thinking about whether turning it down back to 30 FPS, because these are speed builds. Though they make things, 60 FPS makes things much more fluid. But like recording it in like 30 makes it more cinematic and like more something like you would watch on a big screen. I don't know, it just feels like more cinematic and something that's has a higher production value, if you want to call it like that. So we'll see, we'll test it around a little bit, see what happens, because this is a speed build, and since I'm planning on also doing speed builds in a very, very different way, having a cinematic form back, the camera movement I had for my very first video and my very first Sims 3 speed build, I would really love to bring that back. So also in 30 FPS, because it makes it look more cinematic, of course. And again, like I mentioned, a higher production value. I really couldn't care less about the value, but I don't know, just there, and just 30 FPS still is a very solid thing, a very solid thing. A very solid FPS for like today's standards. It's still used. I mean, like, when did you see a movie in 30 or 60 FPS rather? Did you see a movie in 144 frames per second? I don't think so. Why? Because I don't know. Because it looks more better. It looks better. It just looks better. No, seriously, try. I don't know. Try shooting a video at like 120 frames per second and watch that in, like, if you have a monitor that supports over 60, watch it on 120 and then like, or I guess compare a small movie like with 60 FPS and 30 FPS, or for this matter, movies are filmed in 23.97 FPS, so turn it down to that frame rate. It's gonna look much more better. I don't know how to express it. It's not gonna be as fluid, yes, but it's gonna look more like natural or realistic. Not as realistic, but it just is more pleasing to the eye. There's not a lot of things, like, it's, I don't know. I'm gonna stop here before I just dig myself into a bigger hole, so let's not do that. So yeah, 30 or 60, we'll still see. Like, I guess for Let's Plays, it's pretty good to have like 60. Obviously, you get better motion for like gaming and stuff. But for like cinematic videos, I think 30 is still a good way to go. As for 4K though, hold on. I'm climbing up to 1080p. I still have yet to come to like a 4K resolution of videos. So that probably might not happen. First of all, I don't have a 4K monitor, so I have to get that thing done. Probably not though, but yeah, we'll see. It might be the New Year's resolution, basically. It might be, it might not be, we'll see. So yeah, like I said, the brand new, so 1080p videos, the brand new channel design, higher videos, I guess, higher production value videos. I'm gonna put much more effort in it. One thing that I was thinking about builds in general is, and I don't know why I didn't do this before, but I could basically pre-build all the houses that I like record. So basically I would build it from the ground up for the first time without recording, just so I have like a concept. Basically I have the whole house, and then I would take like a bajillion screenshots with like floor plans and everything. And then I would build it again, but that time I would be recording it, because as you can see in the videos, it's much like, where am I supposed to go type of view. As you can see here, I'm just standing still and like browsing through the catalog, seeing what works, what doesn't, because this is all like one take basically. So it kind of wastes time in some areas. Like it makes it harder to edit. If you want to edit all that wasted time out, it's gonna take a while. So I think like just pre-building a house, then building it again. Of course, you will have to build it 2 times, but it's gonna look so much better in the video, because you'll be like, oh, I'm just putting stuff in. I'm not like pausing or anything. I'm not like wondering like for like 30 minutes what chair can fit here with this dining table, and yeah. So we'll look into that a bit more and see what can be done about it, basically. So I might start pre-building. So I could basically pre-build homes like throughout the week, and then like on the weekends I will be like, okay, it's time to like build it again. Let's record this time, build it up, and like just throw this video into Premiere Pro and just speed it up. That's it. I don't have to do anything more. I don't have to like cut certain like areas, just because it took me a bit longer to figure out what to put there. So it's a long stop there, so I was like, yeah, let's cut that out. I don't have to do that, I wouldn't have to do that anymore. So it's probably something I will start doing. Again, 2017 basically will be, at the beginning at least, will be full of experiments until I get a sweet spot for recording videos and stuff, so that will be fun. Also, about the microphone, I'm using my phone for recording. As of right now, like I said, I'm getting a new microphone at the beginning of 2017. I'm not sure whether I will have it for the first video of 2017, though that would be really nice. But if it doesn't happen, I will have to stick with this microphone for a little while, just a little bit more. So, but I got a new phone recently, so it has a much better quality of the microphone. So, yay! But just a little microphone improvement right there before I get a real one. And for those wondering, I'm getting a Blue Yeti microphone, so that's gonna be fun. Can't wait to get it. And yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your support throughout 2016. It was a great year. And I hope you had a great year as well, because I know I sure had. It was a blast of the year. And I will see you all in 2017, which is coming up very, very shortly. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and don't forget to leave me a comment below telling me what you think about this video. I will see you in 2017, and until then, I'm Leon, and happy simming.